Hello, greetings YouTube. Adam here on this lovely Tuesday. I'll tell you what, Jay's recommendation, I'm going to have a beer to calm my nerves. We have another one in a bit, just for good measure. So, yeah, it's Tuesday. I just kind of wanted to give sort of a shout out and kind of like I appreciate it to Jay for running the Secret Santa again this year. I'm really excited this year to send out some stuff. So my camera is freaking close. There, how's that? Yeah. All right. So yeah. So shout out to Jay. Big thanks. And it being Tuesday on Coors Light. There we go. It being Tuesday, I thought I would tell a little story. I don't know why I was even thinking about this. I got home from work, and I was going through my mind. I said, okay, well, is it Wednesday? You know, is it Tuesday? What? Oh, wait a minute. Before I get into that, I was going to tell you why I'm having a beer to calm my nerves. You know, YouTube has kind of jacked up everything that they do these days. They, what I'm talking about is like, it used to be so easy to comment. It used to be so easy to get like personal messages. And I guess what they're doing is trying to tie everything into Google Plus to make it kind of like one seamless, you know, just another Google app, you know. And I get that, but it does cause some hardship to us YouTube only users. I don't tie my account to my Gmail, you know. I've got an account from years ago. So I just fired up YouTube and it wanted me to sign in, and when I signed in, all of my videos were gone, all of my subscriptions were gone. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I panicked a little bit. I actually messaged Jay and to find out if YouTube had, you know, changed their policy overnight or something. And I did a little more hunting, and it turns out I just signed in improperly, and it wanted me to create a new Google Plus account. So that's when Dr. J gave the prescription of one beer now and more later. So there we go. So I've said all that. I'll go ahead and go into my Tuesday story. So as many of you are probably at least my age, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older, you probably remember the 1980s fascination with Mr. T. He was just kind of a media sensation there for a year or two. I guess that was his 15 minutes. Well, you know, I saw him on the A-Team, which of course was the most realistic, awesome show on TV at the time, and I just thought Mr. T was the coolest. You know, I just love Mr. T. I mean, they had Mr. T cereal, they had a Mr. T cartoon. I mean, it was all there. Well, you know, when you're a little kid or a big kid as I am now, you're fascinated with dumb little things, and I was, like I said, fascinated with Mr. T. Well, at that time also there was an occupation called a garbage man. You could be a garbage man, and what that meant was it was a guy hanging on the back of a truck, you know, who would go get your garbage and throw it in the back of the truck or whatever. You know, you wore like a jumpsuit, you know, coverall type affair. Well, in my hometown, one of the guys that was a garbage man actually looked like Mr. T. And he had the haircut, you know, the mohawk with the connection on the sides, you know, however it was that Mr. T had it done. And I mean, he looked like Mr. T to everybody. Everybody knew who this guy was because Mr. T was super popular. So you know, at the time I was probably 7 or 8 years old, and you know, you don't really know what's going on when you're 7 or 8 years old. And I thought, is that really Mr. T? As I'm telling this story, it's maybe it's not as funny to you, maybe, but I thought, you know, I thought, wow, you know, maybe it really is Mr. T, and this is just kind of his side job. But so one morning, you know, the garbage ran really early. You know, it was like 6 a.m. And one morning I begged to be awoken early that day, and sure enough, my mom woke me up, and I went outside to watch. Sure enough, man, right off the truck, there he goes, Mr. T. I'm like, holy shit. Of course, I didn't say that, but that was my level of excitement. So I ran out in the front yard, and he was taking our trash to the garbage truck, and I said, Mr. T, when will you be back? And he said, Tuesday. True story. Tuesday. I got scared and ran in the house.